Now let's talk about your big move here in the Philippines. Tell us about your plans, targets, priority projects. Just a hint. Give me something, Kashmira. I know lots of executives are a little hesitant in disclosing their plans, but give me a little something.
Okay, so first of all, I think at Sanofi Philippines, we believe in a 360-degree approach, a holistic approach in providing for healthcare needs. And as an organization, you would be aware that we are present with vaccines, where we believe in promoting, vaccines at every step of the life course. We have products that provide, healthcare solutions for chronic illnesses, as well as for our day-to-day consumer, healthcare needs. Having said that, specifically in vaccines, I would say that over the years, our focus has been to improve the vaccine confidence and the vaccine coverage rate in the country, even before the pandemic. Of course, we witnessed some real unprecedented times during the pandemic, and that possibly put us back in terms of our objective of improving the vaccine coverage rate. Uh, Vaccinations, especially childhood immunization, got impacted severely due to the lockdowns, due to restrictions in mobility, and it has taken us a while to, as we see now, with more of the population getting vaccinated. I think almost 63 million Filipinos already vaccinated now. And as this vaccination increases and life comes back to normalcy, our core belief is that you need to be healthy to drive a very sustainable growing economy. And the pandemic has shown us how being healthy and safe is very important in this direction. So here we would want to really emphasize and increase the our efforts to drive a better vaccination coverage in the country. And this we plan to do, working with our stakeholders, working with the different authorities in raising awareness, in also, improving on capacity building programs, and of course, ensuring adequate supply of vaccines. So, in
Mm,
terms of an overall objective, I would say this is the big one. And secondly, I also see that Philippines has a wonderful, mature digital ecosystem, very high on maturity in terms of adoption of digital technology in our everyday life, which means that there is a lot of scope for bringing transformation in the way we work, in the way we connect with each other, the way we connect with our stakeholders, and we can really bring in a lot of more innovative solutions.
mm. Now, let me just bring the discussion back to vaccine hesitancy, because that's been a really, really big issue here in the Philippines. Despite the pandemic, people, friends dying, there's still a lot of people who don't want to get vaccinated. And let me just share you this. I know people that have received their first dose and they think that's it. They don't want to go for the second dose of the COVID vaccine. Now, how do we address vaccine hesitancy and disinformation involved in regarding vaccines? How do we address that?
Yeah. I think it this calls for a real whole of society approach. I would say it's not no one person or no one institution can improve this belief. Everyone has to work together, and everyone has a role to play. For example, our public figures, leaders, key leaders who have an influence, they need to play a role in influencing the mindsets positively of our immunization. We have enough proof points during the pandemic now, to give us the confidence that vaccinations are going to work, in a larger population. So that's the first, I would say. Apart from that, there is a lot of work to be done by even the ensuring that there is clear, comprehensible communication from the medical fraternity, from that talks about investment of time and effort by our doctors, by the medical stakeholders who have a direct influence, who understand uh, the science. Then it talks about vaccine. Maybe we can talk about the pharma industry and not just necessarily companies who are involved in vaccines, because it's about ensuring healthy population, and vaccines has a key role to play when we talk about protection, and especially in vaccine preventable diseases. So it would also call upon companies like us to ensure that there is clear, comprehensible communication with the public and with the stakeholders who influence vaccination. Apart from that, I would say, given that Philippines has such a high social media usage, it can be a boon and bane. I say a boon because that's one way that we can really instill I would say, the right messages, the correct information, the right information in the system, so that people can take a right decision. And I say a bane because sometimes it can also be a source of misinformation. So at the end, it also means that the public at large would need to really, work towards uh, validating the information they have, and ensuring that then they're taking the right decision, not just for themselves, but their families and their near and dear ones. For example, I can just give you an example of Team Bakunanai, which is an online platform of, as the name calls it, it's vaccine moms. It's an online
Mm.
platform of more than 10,000 mothers, which is of course run by the Asian Parent. And this platform is something that we have collaborated with the Asian Parent, because we believe that we need to have positive discussions in the society.